So today I'm reviewing Call of the Wild and Free by Ainsley Armand, and I'm really excited to be reviewing this book and sharing some of my thoughts about it. So I picked this book based on its cover because it is green, and I really like green and I love being outside with my children. So although you shouldn't pick a book by its cover, that did help draw me to this one. And I've never read anything about Wild and Free, I don't know anything about it at all, so it's really exciting to find out about that as well. So the book's got a really nice flow to it. It starts off with Ainsley's own journey into homeschool. Then it goes through some of the myths about homeschool, some of the questions you might have, such about socialisation, about qualifications. This is an American book, so some of the information is relevant to Americans. And then so it's got some really good reassurances, especially if you're just starting out on your homeschool journey. It then goes into family cultures and different methods of homeschool, so it's got quite a nice short summary of the different types of homeschool. And then it goes into the Wild and Free method as well and explains what that is about. So the Wild and Free method, if you haven't read anything about it like I hadn't, or hadn't gone on the Instagram page, is a set of 5 core values, and that's kind of their principles, and it fits into whatever homeschool style you have. So whether you follow Charlotte Mason or whether you're a bit more of an unschooler, you can still use the Wild and Free values in your homeschool. And the 5 values are all about building up children's curiosity, about their wonder, about letting them play, having time in nature, and about stories. Wonder is triggered by beauty, new discoveries, and our imaginations. Children live in a constant state of wonder. They're always learning, exploring, and discovering new things. I really like that because it just shows a little insight into the book about how children are constantly exploring and just building on that, building on your children's own natural curiosity. And I think that's very much the method that Ainsley's using and trying to describe in her book. I really enjoyed what an easy read this was. I really enjoyed the flow of the book and how it did kind of cover lots of different aspects of homeschool. I really found the values really resonated with my own values, but that's probably another reason why I picked this book, such as spending time with nature and stories and building up a love of play. So I really kind of resonated with those values. I'd be really interested to think what other people think about this book, because if your values don't align with the Wild and Free method, then it's not really for you. But I also think sometimes it's really good to read books that are different to your own, because it makes you reflect on your own values. So if I was to have my own 5 values, what values would I come up with? Would they be the same as these, or would I have slightly different values to those ones? If you are already a seasoned homeschooler, you might find this book is already saying stuff you already know. However, you may pick up a few little pointers from it, which I definitely got a few different ideas to bring in. It is not a book full of resources, so although I'm like, yes, let's do nature, let's do stories, it doesn't have loads of ideas for you to use. So it's not a pick up and use curriculum at all. It's, like I said, more of a series of values or principles you could use. So very handily, this is a Twinkl video. So I did go on the Twinkl website and I found a few really lovely resources which I'm actually going to put together, possibly in a binder thanks to Rachel's videos, and I'm going to make our own kind of Wild and Free little booklet to remind us. So there's these really nice activities for all weathers. So we've just got some ideas that if we do go out in nature, we've got some ideas we can use whatever the weather. And again, the book talks about just getting out whatever the weather, so I really like that bit about the book. And also the story section. We do read a lot of stories, but I think spending a bit more time getting my children to reflect on those and just thinking about what books we have read, which ones we've enjoyed, spending a bit of time discussing them some more. So I've downloaded some questions from Twinkl, and I've also downloaded a few different book reviews to see how my children get on with those. So it's really nice because you can actually use this book to align with your own values, and then you can use loads of stuff with Twinkl to help you. Even with the wonder section, there's some awe and wonder experiments on the Twinkl website. I would love to know what you thought about this book, so do let us know in the comments below. If you found it that your values aligned, do you find you had different values? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Did you have any key takeaways that you got from this book? Do let us know, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.